Okay, I'm going to be cooking some ribs up tomorrow. So I'm going to get them prepared today because my smoker that I'm going to be smoking all these on is in Carinthia, but right now I'm in Vienna. So we're going to drive down today and then I'm going to have all these prepared already. So all I'm going to do is I've got two types of meat. I've got pork and I've got beef. With the pork ones, I'm going to remove the membrane on the back, and just like this, it's got quite a lot of fat, so I'm just going to trim a bit of the fat off of those ones. With the beef ones, they've been cleaned up pretty well already by the butcher. I'm going to leave the membrane on these ones, and we're going to cook them just like that. So yeah, for the rub, which I'll put on tomorrow, just before I cook them, it's just going to be salt, pepper, a little bit of smoked paprika, and then I'm going to make two types of barbecue sauce. I'm going to make a spicier one, well, not too spicy, and then just one without any spice. And then we'll paint those ones on the pork ones more. And I want to just leave the beef ones kind of plain because I think they'll be better like that. So yeah, I'll get all these cleaned up and then we'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, here we are, the next morning. Ah, there's a screw running back there on the fence. Anyway, as you can see, I've just started the grill up and starting to smoke away. I've trimmed the pork up. As you see, I removed quite a bit of the fat off the top. I did leave a little bit in some cases, but I removed most of it. And the beef, I left pretty much as it is. I left most of the fat on there because I'm not going to put any sauce on the beef. I'm just going to leave them completely plain. I've made a little rub consisting of just salt, some freshly cracked pepper, and some smoked paprika. I'm just going to put a light coating on them, and then I'm going to put them straight on the grill. And yeah, once I've got them coated, straight on the grill, then we'll close it up, and yeah, we'll come back then. Okay, as you can see, got my ribs all loaded up. Now I did run out of the salt, pepper, paprika rub when I got to the beef, so on the beef I've gone strictly with salt and pepper. Heavy on the salt and not so much pepper actually. So I'm going to get this closed up. I'm going to get the temperature, I'm going to set the smoker to 95, and now I have these fancy new thermometers that I'm not actually sure how to use on the standalone mode. So once I figure out how to use these without Wi-Fi, because where I'm here I don't actually get any Wi-Fi, I'll stick them in. But I know these ribs are going to take a good 6 hours or so to cook, so I'm not too worried about getting the thermometers in at this point. Okay, it's been about 2.5 hours. I had the temperature set on 95 degrees for the first 2 hours. And then half an hour ago, I just bumped it up there to 110. So they're looking quite good. They're starting to get a little bit dry around the edges, so I'm just going to start giving them a little spray with some... I've just got 50-50 apple cider vinegar and water in here. So I'll give everything a good spray. Sure we get the ones in the back there as well. Alrighty, once everything's nice and moistened back up, just going to close it back up and let it ride. Alrighty, I've got to the point of the cook where I'm going to start to wrap. All these ribs are a little uneven in their sizes, so some of them are actually finished. This one, as you can see, it's temping around, yes, mid to high 60s. So I'm going to wrap this one, and I'm going to stick it back on the grill, but I'm just going to, as I wrap them, just going to give them a bit more of a squirt. And then we'll wrap them up nice and tight. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap them up all just like that. The ones that are finished, I'm going to stick into a cooler, and the ones that aren't quite ready yet, I'm going to stick back on the grill.
Alrighty. So I took them off when they were when they all reached the temperature of around 95 degrees. I've just had them resting in the cooler for about an hour and a half. Now I've just taken them out. Now these are the beef ribs. Just got a cut right in the middle of them. Nice little smoke ring on it. Super fatty and juicy. That looks amazing. I'll slice it on this one just so we can get a nice smoke ring. Oh, they're going to be good to eat. Alrighty, let me get a pork one out. Ooh, they're still super hot. Let me cut this one. Oh, big smoke ring on that, and just full of juice. That's going to be really good. Okay, so the beef ones I'm not going to put any sauce on. Some of the pork I'm going to put back on, and I'm going to put a little, this is some barbecue sauce that I've made. Use whatever barbecue sauce you want, but this is one I just made. I'm going to put a little bit of this on and baste it on. I'm going to put them back on the grill and just let that tack up. Alright, it's not too hard just to baste, just put a bit on, smear it all around. Now I did cook some pumpkin after I took these off the grill. So right now it's sitting, I've got it set for 205, which I'm going to leave it at that way, and then that'll just make the sauce tack up a little quicker. So you can put as much or as little of the sauce on as you want. It really doesn't matter. This is the first time I've ever had beef ribs. They're so damn good. They're so juicy. A lot like the salt I got in there is just right, I think. Very, very good. Okay, so as you see, I haven't had them in there long. Not even 10 minutes, I don't reckon. They don't need long. Most of the residual heat will actually tack up the sauce itself. Now, I would try this on camera, but I've got a hungry table waiting for me. So, yeah, we're going to end the video here.